Hi, welcome everyone. How are you today? This beautiful Sunday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for attending this call, for joining us for this intro session to the workshop Dancing Mudras. We are really honored and happy to have you here. And I talk in plural because Mundala will be coming soon. He's backstage now, but well, so we are really happy to be here to share with you. So we would like to, first of all, give thanks for this space that we are co-creating, for these ancestral and sacred teachings that mudras are, and that they are here now accessible to us. Thank you for Hinduism and Buddhism, which have kept these ancestral teachings throughout history. If these people, if these persons wouldn't have kept them and kept teaching them, we would have lost all these exquisite information that it's really valuable for us today, at least in my perspective. And I think after this class, you will think so too. So thank you for all the people and the hearts involved in these sacred teachings arriving to us now here in Mexico and wherever you are. And thank you for the power that these mudras can bring into our lives, into our bodies, into our minds, into our energetic and emotional bodies. So I am Michelle Mayura, and I am the creator of this course. Of course, it is based, like I said, in ancestral teachings. Of course, I didn't invent any of the mudras. All the mudras are already there since centuries before we were born. So I just took really respectfully these teachings, integrated and incarnated them in my body. And what I created is the dances, is a sequence in which the mudras fusion and integrate and transition from one to another so they can become a dance. And all of this inspired in 12 Tantric Hindu goddesses, which are part of the Mahadevi Mandala system, which I will talk about really soon. So for me, if I would have, or if someone told me to put some labels on myself, I would maybe just add 3 to my personality or to my teachings, to my curriculum, and it would be a spiritual dancer, tantric yogini, and Reiki master. And this is how at some point I just synthesize all that I have learned throughout all these years, and I am still learning and studying. And these tools are the ones that have rooted me and have contained me and sustained me in creating these workshops and this system, Mahadevi Mandala. So this is me. I will guide you through this session. We will share more about what the workshop is about, what the benefits are, how are we gonna work on it. Also, I will share some mudras theory, and at the end, we will have a beautiful practice, which is not this sequence, it's not part of the workshop of the dancing mudras. We are not working with any goddess today, just the one that is within, because I want to save that information for the workshop. But we created a special and unique sequence of mudras for today so we can dance in the sensation of these mudras moving through our chakras. So before all of that, let's just meditate for a little while and connect to the flow of our breath, to our physical bodies. So I invite you wherever you are, maybe you can take a meditation posture if you are not on one. If you are on a chair and whatever you are comfortable, you don't need to change anything. Just close your eyes, breathe deeply, and feel the weight of your body rooted on the earth. And observe the flow of your breath. Observe how deep it is, how shallow, how calm, maybe anxious, just without trying to change anything, just observe. How is your prana, your breath moving today? Start to take our attention to our root, to our sacrum. Start to feel and visualize your roots. From your sacrum, they go down to your legs, to your feet. They start to enter into the earth, to the ground. Going profoundly and really gently through the different layers of the earth. Until you arrive at the center, at the heart of Mother Earth. Let's anchor here. When you inhale, you can start to receive the Shakti energy, feminine energy, coming up from the heart of the earth through your roots, entering your body through your sacrum, going up while you observe the state of each one of your chakras. Go up to your second chakra below your belly button and feel how this chakra is today. No judgment, just observation. Up to the solar plexus and into the heart. This Shakti energy keeps going up through your throat, your head, your forehead, your sixth chakra, and arrive at the seventh chakra and open up this portal to connect to the central sun. it into the center of the universe. Visualize and feel this fountain, infinite fountain of light and power. And when you inhale, allow yourself to receive this light, golden light, through your crown. Allow it to move like honey inside of you. And start to lighten up any tension in your body, any contraction, entering into your head, into your thoughts, into your brain, going down into your neck, your throat, lightening up your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, into your chest, solar plexus, to your womb, sacrum, your legs, your feet, and share this golden light to the heart of the earth through your roots. Come back to the center of your body, come back to your heart. And allow these two energies to flow inside of you. Shakti energy coming up from the earth. Shiva, masculine energy coming down. And stay in this sensation, allowing these two energies to flow within you. And when you feel ready, just open gently your eyes. Okay. So we're here. How different it feels from when we start a Zoom session to when, or a class or whatever, to after we meditate or root ourselves. So, what is the Dancing Mudras workshop? So, first of all, we will get to know more than 50 different mudras. We are going to meditate on them, getting to know their names, what are their effects on the body, and also, which is the unique part of this workshop, we are learning how to integrate them and transition from one to another so we can dance with them in these special choreographies. This also is accompanied by the singing of the mantra of each one of the goddesses of the Mahadevi Mandala system. So we are dancing, and at the same time we are activating our voice, our chant, so as to have this dynamic meditation and ecstatic state of going into our inner universe. By doing this, we can activate our physical memory or our body memory, so different from the mind memory. This memory that the body has, it's surprising because sometimes we think we don't remember. For example, for me, it happened as a dancer doing choreographies. I don't. Maybe you can relate at some point with this in whatever practice you make, because my mind sometimes didn't remember any choreography,
any part of the choreography, or maybe really vague parts of it. But when the music of the choreography started, or when someone else did like the beginning of the choreography, my body just started to take control and moved and remembered every single part, even if my mind didn't have it in its memory, in its vision, like it was already stuck there, who knows where. So that's when I realized that these two memories are different, and that activating and working and practicing this body memory, it's really, really important, which we can start to work on by practicing these mudras choreographies. Also, we are activating our capacity to be creative, and we are entering into deep states of meditation, joyful and dynamic meditation. It's not so a serious meditation, it's a more playful and a more inviting our inner child, our creativity to be part of this workshop, and enter into states of spontaneity and innocence and awareness. So this workshop started to was inspired by acknowledging that once I integrated Reiki into my body that was already trained in different styles of dance, I started to experience this organic dance, that it's another workshop called Dansawa, the dance of internal waters. So when I started to experiment this dance, I noticed that mudras came really organically, even if I didn't have them in my mind like theory. It was after I started to study my training in yoga that I realized that this sign language, that it was coming really organic to me, was an ancestral language that used in yoga called mudras. So maybe this can happen to you a lot. It has happened in another workshops where we would get to know some mudras, and you find out that sometimes when you are thinking, or when you are dancing, or when you are meditating, these postures just come organically. And for me, it's also a way of recognizing that we have these ancestral teachings inside of our DNA. And if we are connected to our channel, if we are really allowing this information to come up, we can access that really easily. So they started to come organically, and then I started to name them by studying yoga. But in my training in yoga, I learned just few mudras. I was craving for more, so I started to investigate in books and practice them, and just allowing my body to really sense the mudras beyond what I was reading that they did or what they were for. So then came this system called Mahadevi Mandala. So Mahadevi Mandala is the mandala of the great goddess. And this was inspired by this really awesome teacher called Sally Kempton, which she wrote a really delicious book about these 12 tantric goddesses. So I just started to read the book and study it and read it again and again and again and again. And I started to make my own connections with the goddesses. So the goddesses were inspiring me to integrate them through yoga, tantra, and art, so as to get to know the archetypes as diverse parts or different parts of feminine energy. And not just feminine like woman, but feminine cosmic energy that is in men, that is in animals, in plants, everywhere in this world. Feminine energy can be found. If we detach ourselves from the idea that feminine is a woman and we allow ourselves to get to know feminine as it is. So I started to integrate the diversity that this feminine cosmic energy has to offer. And it was really amazing because, for one, we can make a channel or a passageway through which, instead of putting the divine like something outside of us or something that is inaccessible, we can start to acknowledge that these qualities, these powers that deities have, can also be found inside of us if we make the space for them to manifest. And also, on the other hand, seeing them as representations of feminine energy, I started to expand the possibilities of what I was. So instead of just putting these labels and just marrying with them or just sticking to them and just keep telling myself that I was that and only that, maybe sometimes even limiting myself that I was this and could not be this, I started to integrate the archetypes, which is what we do in this system, in this series of workshops of Mahadevi Mandala. And we start to expand these possibilities and get to know all the diversity that is found inside each one of us. So if we are identifying of being a really strong person, like I'm always strong, then another goddess comes with this really soft and submissive energy, and we start to integrate that we can also be surrendering and just letting go of control, and also integrating this as a part of ourselves, so as to take out like these masks and all these personalities that we are sometimes stuck in, and start to integrate all the possibilities that we can be in a really playful way, like knowing that in different stages in our lives we may need different facets of this energy, and that we can change even in one single day. This diversity can come up if different people or ambience or situations are coming to us, and we can be like this chameleon or this dynamic energy that is always kind of adjusting, but not just as to letting ourselves let go with the flow of another one, but adjusting to the environment from a conscious part. Like, what energy do I require to be now to be of contribution to this moment or to humanity or to this world right now? So if I'm really comfortable being this strong person, but I really connect to myself and find out that this moment is requiring me to be really vulnerable and to be really surrendering, so I can also enter into this archetype easily after we practice, and kind of mold ourselves and play with these different colors and possibilities that we can be. So these choreographies are inspired by these 12 goddesses, which I will name for you to find out if you already know some of them, if you know all of them. Maybe you haven't heard of any of them, but here they are all tantric goddesses. So Mahadevi, Durga, Lakshmi, Kali, Parvati, Sita, Sarasvati, Dumavati, Radha, Chinamasta, Lalita, and Bhuvaneshwari. Beautiful, beautiful, and unique and authentic goddesses which have lots of gifts to teach us, to offer to us, if we are able to receive them. So each one has their own really unique personality. For example, Durga, the intention of this archetype is to teach us about inner strength. Kali, about radical revolution when we need a change now. Then it's Sita, which is total different energy. The message she has is mystical devotion. So it's really surrendering to the earth. And at the other hand, we have like these two qualities kind of mixed together in Lalita, which is erotic spirituality. So all of them are really interesting subjects to integrate into ourselves as archetypes and as tools to really get to know ourselves, and not only what we are, but all our potential. So this is a system, Mahadevi Mandala, which has this workshop, Tantric Meditations, that comes after this. Then Dansasana, there is mandala sequences of yoga with kind of some dance. And then we have a dance where we just go out of the mat, the Tantric dances. We have the story of the Hindu mythology, the story of the mantras, and this beautiful workshop called Dancing Mudras. So we have 12 choreographies in this workshop. Each one has from 4 to 7 mudras, and each one is inspired of each one of these goddesses. So what is mudras? Mudras, maybe we think, are these gestures with hands and fingers, which they are, but it's just one type of mudras, because later we are gonna find out that mudras are also for different parts of the body. So these mudras that we are going to use are hasta mudras, mudras for the hands. And if we talk about hasta mudras, the definition would be this: a sacred gesture made with the hands and the fingers, and they come from Buddhism and Hinduism. So I think maybe you have seen these deities or these figures in which Buddha, Durga, Shiva, in which you can see these mudras, a lot of mudras that are also telling us about the personality of that figure, of that deity, through the gesture of their hands, what they are working on. Also, mudra can mean gesture, of course, seal, shortcut, and circuit. And from a really specific Tantra philosophy, they say also mudra can come from the word roots mud and dru. Mud means pleasure and delight, and dru means to take out. So I love this definition, because from this tantric tradition, mudra means to take out the delight, to take out pleasure. So this workshop is all about that. And how they work is, first we are remembering or recognizing that there are a lot of nervous terminations in the tips of our fingers. a lot. So every time we are making these connections, and if we are making the same one in the both hands, or there are mudras that you are making different connections in both hands, we are sending electrical currents of information to our brain, and then our brain is bringing it back into the body. So that is why we say that mudras can reestablish the natural flow, the organic and harmonic flow of energy in the body. Also, it can balance our internal elements, because we will see that each finger has its own element. And we are creating a link between our physical, our mental, and our pranic bodies. This is a really interesting way of kind of reversing what we are accustomed to. So maybe you can find out that mind is constantly imposing in the physical body. The mind is telling the body what to do or what not to do, depending on its beliefs, on the situation, on the environment, on what your parents say to you, on what culture says, on what society says, religion, your school, whatever. So mind is kind of always maybe imposing these beliefs, these voices into the body, and usually it can be repressing its natural and authentic and organic expression. So by practicing mudras the way that we are doing, we can be reversing this this way of communicating inside of our bodies, because first of all we connect with our pranic body by breathing consciously. Then we incarnate the mudra, and when we do the mudra, we send this message through our meridians, through our nadis, to the brain. So the brain doesn't receive this information in concepts, because in concepts it can block them and judge them really easily. The brain is just receiving this information through an electrical current. So it's just like an order, in immediate order. It's just energetic language. So the brain receives it, and then instantly just it's like, oh, okay, you want to activate this, you want to activate these elements, you need this current, you need or it's possible to harmonize the direction of this meridian, is possible to unblock this chakra. So we send that information, and immediately the brain starts to communicate what it needs to communicate to different parts of our body. Wow, this is really powerful and interesting to notice. So also mudras can serve as a seal. In a way that we can also find out that we are always irradiating energy from our chakras, from our energetic body. We are always irradiating. But if we are not channeling that energy, it can just be draining away from us, like escaping from us. So this seal that mudras can be is a way of redirecting the energy that it's just draining to the outside, maybe um, caring about what other people think, caring about appearances, caring about the influence of others. And by doing and practicing these mudras, we redirect all this energy, giving our power to anything outside of us, and bringing it back to our inner energetic centers, to our mind, to our heart, to our womb, so we can really use this energy as contribution for us, for our bodies, to really recover our personal power. Also, mudras can influence unconscious reflexes that are kind of primitive, still connections in the brain. So sometimes we are reacting in our lives because of these connections, because of these unconscious reflexes. And like maybe we don't know what to do, maybe we get into kind of a trance when we're angry and we just notice what we did after we did it. And this is also a way to make this conscious and to start to establish a subtle connection with this part, primitive part of the brain. So it's not an intellectual connection, which the instinct or the primitive mind, it's going to be really hard to understand. But it's again subtle connection, energetic language, which is really clear to all the parts of our brain. And it is really interesting about this is that we are channeling, learning to channel our instinct energy, our instinctive energy, this animal that we also are. So if we don't have like this energy exacerbated like this, like just reacting and blah, letting it out, maybe we can be repressing this energy because we think it's bad, because sex has been like maybe looked at as a sin in some religions. Maybe we have information about instinct not being like ladylike, or like all these beliefs that they can be there and are influencing us in repressing this instinct. Or maybe we can fluctuate between the two of them. We can be repressing and then just like draining because we cannot hold it everything in, and then we just explode. And then after we explode, we get scared, and then again we just contract and try to hold it all in and try to repress it and hide it. So this can get really toxic. And what we work with in Tantra is to really acknowledge that this energy is our vital energy, that sexual energy is our creative energy. So we don't want to repress it, we don't want to drain it, we want to use it. But to really use this energy, to really integrate this energy, we have to activate it first and then find a way, of course, maybe in a contained space and with clear guidance, to find these practices in which we can start to awaken this sexual instinctive energy, but instead of letting it drain outside, with these practices and breath and prana and mudras, we can bring the energy inside so it can feel our bodies from the inside. It can nurture. Maybe we can focus on opening our hearts, on opening our expression, on healing a certain organ. So this vitality is contributing ourselves, and we are using and alchemizing inside of ourselves our sexual, creative, and vital energy instead of just punishing it or letting it be exacerbated. So talking about, they are 5 groups of yoga mudras, right? Maybe you already know them. It's Hasta mudras, is hand mudra, the ones that we are going to use. But there is also Mana Mudras, head, like with the eyes, mouth, tongue. Kaya Mudras, postures, asanas. Bandha Mudras, the blockages we make. Adhara Mudras, perineum. So these ones are the ones that we use to begin most of the time a tantric practice. First, we want to activate through the perineum and to awaken the kundalini, awaken this energy, so then we can alchemize it inside of our bodies. So Hasta Mudras for this workshop, and we have an element in each one of our fingers. The thumb finger is fire element, so it is connected to the lungs, logic, willpower. The index finger is air, stomach, thoughts, mind. Middle finger, ether, blood circulation and gallbladder. Ring finger, earth, vitality, good health, and liver. Little finger, water, heart, sexuality, and communication. So fire, air, ether, earth, and water. So this is how we start to really notice, like logically maybe, how we can balance our internal elements by doing these connections between the elements in our fingers. And mudras are not just these, but sometimes they go to the base of the finger, sometimes to the side of the finger, and it's always connecting to different parts of these energetic channels. So by knowing all of this about mudras, we can find out some of the effects, which are really a lot, but some of them, maybe important ones, are that they can elevate our states of consciousness, even alter our states of consciousness, so as we can get into different dimensions and portals inside of ourselves. Also, they can work on our capacity to concentrate. They stimulate the brain, of course, because they are always sending nervous impulses or electric impulses to the brain. And also it awakens inner qualities that maybe can be hidden, like the work we do with the archetypes. So it's like double power in discovering what are our hidden talents or our hidden gifts that we have not been able to look at or to acknowledge or to recognize. So this is what mudras are, and also what this workshop is about. But because we have everything here in the brain, it's really important to take it down to the body, to sound, and to enter into this practice. So find a comfortable position where you can practice. So first mudra, we are going to get to know, well, first of all, we will learn today or practice today 5 mudras, each one for each chakra, from the 2nd to the 6th chakra. So the 1st and the 7th chakra we already worked on the meditation. So we are just working in this central channel so as to allow the energy of Shiva and Shakti to flow freely in our chakras. So first mudra is Joni Mudra, really easy. There are really different ways to make Joni Mudra, but we're gonna do the easiest one today, that it's just making a triangle, uniting the tip of the thumbs and the index fingers, all the other fingers just together, joined without tensing the fingers. And we put it in front of our second chakra. We're going to integrate some sound. So first just feel the mudra and close your eyes.
So just as the position of our hands connects different energetic pathways within our bodies, as such, the position of our mouth and specifically of our tongue, which changes the vowels we pronounce, also connects different energetic pathways. In this sense, we will be starting with the lowest of all vowels, the oo vowel, just like this sensual oo sound. And we will do the lowest possible pitch we can do. So relaxing all of our body, finding the resonance, going down from the chest to the abdomen, to the lower abdomen, all the way down to the perineum. So wherever your body finds this low pitch, begin to induce this sound. Very low sounding, very rumbling sounding resonance.
Last one. And breathe in, let go of the sound. Keep the mudra while you open gently your eyes to observe the transition to the next mudra. So from Jani Mudra, we are going to Shiva Linga Mudra on third chakra. So first we plant the left hand like a singing bowl, or just a bowl, in front of our solar plexus. All fingers together, join softly. And then the right hand goes firmly on top of left hand. All the fingers are rolled up. The thumb goes up, looking up like a lingam or like a flame of a fire. So we meditate in Shiva Lingam. Close your eyes.
And going up as well in the resonance of our body within. We will go to the next vowel, the next tongue position, into a O, a powerful, resonant, a very strong O, which finds the power of our plexus resonating with a sense of empowerment. So we'll do this. It can even be a kind of like growly, guttural.
Let go of the sound, keep the mudra, and gently open your eyes. Going up to the heart, let's arrive at Hridaya Mudra. So from here, we are just gonna turn the fingers up, unravel the fingers that are rolled up, cross the hands, join the fingers together, left hand on top of right hand, and touch your thyme gland or your heart center, heart chakra. Remember to not tense your fingers, just relax, but at the same time together. Stay here, close your eyes, in Hridaya Mudra.
The next resonant vowel is a very openly resonant ah sound. It's like an amazement sound, like a sound of an open heart that is amazed by creation that is around us. Ah. Kind of like a sustained sigh. Like if the heart wanted to express itself through the sound. Which can also be similar to a way of like a small cry.
Stay here, let go of the sound, stay with the mudra. Gently open your eyes. And from Hridaya we go to Garuda Mudra, which is kind of almost the same but with slight differences. So from here we're going to gather, cross our thumbs together, and we are gonna expand our wings like a Garuda, like an eagle. Open up your fingers and put them in your throat. So the fingers now stay open and the thumbs stay intertwined. Grab your throat really gently, like caressing, not at all tensioning. And close your eyes, breathe deeply.
Going to the next resonant vowel, to that A. Kind of like if you're calling someone from a distance, hey, hey, opening the throat and making this resonant, kind of like a tingly and bright sound. Finding a way to be heard in the distance. Remember to relax the shoulders, to drive away any tension in your throat. Make it a very natural resonant. to your nose sound resonance. I play between these two.
And one more time. Let go of the sound. Keep the mudra. Open gently your eyes. Feeling more and more relaxed with each sound and mudra. So from Garuda, we are going to unravel the hands to the front, close. And from Anjali Mudra, we are going to bend the index fingers and put the thumbs on the side of the index. And the other three fingers open. We put this mudra on the 6th chakra. Close your eyes.
And we proceed with the last resonant vowel, a very pronounced E sound, which is a very nasal and at the same time resonates in the head cavity, connecting directly with our third eye and resonating in a very high frequency. So for this sound, it's kind of like ee, kind of very whiny, nosy, heady sound. Kind of like if you're imitating a mosquito. Be careful not to tense the throat. Allow it to be a very natural sounding movement, resonance in your throat.
One more time. Let go of the sound and keep the mudra. Open gently your eyes. So, from Maniratna, we go down to Garuda. So, now on, I don't know how to say this word. Unravel to the other side. Your hands to the inside. And in this movement, the thumbs can be already touching and intertwining. So from here, you get the right hand to go inside so the thumbs can intertwine. Open your fingers and arrive at Garuda. And we're just gonna do the flow and then do it all with sound, right? So the flow to the up to down, it would be Maniratna, then Garuda. From Garuda, we just slide down, let go of the thumbs, and put all the fingers together in Hridaya Mudra. From here, left hand on top of the right. And then we put left hand first like a ball, and the right hand just arrives there really firmly in Shiva Linga Mudra. And from here we just open our hands, separate them so we can slide down to Jani Mudra. And we do this flow up and down, up and down. So Jani Mudra, Shiva Linga, Hridaya, intertwine thumbs, open your wings, Garuda, and then unravel the hands close, index fingers bent, thumbs touch the index, and the other 3 fingers open, Mani Ratna. From Mani Ratna we go down, intertwine thumbs, open fingers, Garuda, then close fingers, separate thumbs, Hridaya. Then left hand first, and then Shiva Linga arrives. Right hand arrives at Shiva Linga, and then separate hands and slide through really gently through to Jani Mudra. So we are doing this flow 2 or 3 times. Let's see how we do with the sound. So remember to go with the more deft, grave sounds.
So going from the low sound to the high sound, we're going to be using the Shruti as a way to work with it to help us integrate a pathway of resonance, but at the same time do it where your body feels natural. So you don't have to do exactly what we do. It's just a way of reference. You can stay, if you want, at the same pitch, or you can change pitch with us. This is as you feel more natural and whatever your body feels right now. If you feel any tension at any moment, you can again go back to the pitch where you feel most comfortable. So remember, it's U, O, A, E, A, O, U. If you do this, staying with your mouth in the same position, you'll see how your tongue goes back and forth, changing the position, kind of like a tongue mudra, we could call it, the position of the tongue to the respect of the other, and this changes the resonance and where it is vibrating in our body. We'll guide you through it.
Yes. So, starting in Jani Mudra, triangle on the second chakra. You can keep your eyes open if you feel like flowing first with us, and at some point, if you feel, you can close your eyes and just feel the inner movement. Inhale, change, go up, Shiva Linga. Breathe in, and we go up to Hridaya Mudra, the heart. Mudra at the throat. Open your fingers. Remember to unravel your hands, bend index fingers, touch with the thumbs, open the other 3 fingers. Maniratna. Your right hand goes to the inside, intertwining your thumbs to Garuda Mudra at the throat. At the heart. And down to Shiva Linga. First left hand, the right hand firmly on top. Slide down to Joni Mudra in a triangle. So we're gonna make this pathway again, up and down, but a little bit faster. We're just gonna make the sound in one breath. So we breathe in, we exhale with the sound, and on the next inhale we change the mudra. Let's start. Inhale deeply. Inhale up to Shiva Linga. Inhale up to Hridaya, heart. Up to Garuda, intertwine thumbs. for a moment. Let go of Yoni Mudra. Relax your hands on your thighs. Just feel this flow of energy inside of you. And whenever you are ready, you can gently start opening your eyes. And let these sensations accompany you throughout the day. Maybe they are delightful sensations, peaceful sensations. Also, there can be some uncomfortable sensations, some sensations of being blocked or not being able to let go of the sound, or maybe not even understanding where the sound needs to go. So don't worry, it's all part of the movement of energy we are doing. There's no correct way of doing it. It's just a process in which you get to know yourself a little bit more. So Dancing Mudras workshop is just a taste of what this is. So the workshop is all about the choreographies of inspired by the goddesses. So, and singing it with their mantras. So it takes just a whole other level of depth and fun. And right now there is really good opportunity because we have finished already our early bird because of this class and Mother's Day and all of this energy of Mother, of Divine Mother, of Mahadevi here with us. We want to honor that. So we are going to keep the early bird. We don't know for how long, but at least for the 10th of May. So this is a workshop that is $140 normally, but right now it's only $99. So please take advantage of that super special price. In this workshop you will have pre-recorded the 12 pre-recorded classes, which are, we think, like really nice produced. We really put some heart.
HD production, very good video crew.
Yes. We had lots of fun in the ambient, everything just like really inspiring on the goddesses. So did you have this pre-recorded session so you can just, practice the choreographies as many times as you need to, as you want to, in whichever phase of your life you want, because it will, your access to the online platform will stay there as long as you want, as long as you feel like. And there's also downloadable audios. So in these audios I talk a little bit about each archetype, so you get to connect with them in the intention of the choreographies, just to let you know that there's a lot more to know about the archetypes, but this we see in the Tantric Meditations workshop. So for now, just a taste, so you know what to inspire yourself from when doing the choreographies. And we will have 6 online sessions to practice, to answer questions, to practice more of the mantras. The idea is that you already come with the mudras and the choreographies already learned, and the sessions we just practice and answer questions and connect, of course, please. So any questions, please go to our IG at intua.create or to our mail, create@intua.com. And also in our link tree, in our bio, there's the direct link to the Dancing Mudras workshop with this super special early bird prize that is sticking right now. So come join us. We will be really glad to share with you, to keep sharing this knowledge in these really powerful processes. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your music. Namaste.